Hey, this is Hutch, and today I'm going to show you a butterfly trade that I did on IBIT, the Bitcoin ETF, late last week, expiring here very soon. And butterflies to me are a lot like roulette, and that's why I have the roulette wheel here, because with roulette, you can bet a single chip not only on a number to win a lot, but you have a 1 in 36 chance of winning. Or you can bet them on a corner. And when you bet them on a corner, you don't make as much, but you get paid. It's profitable if it hits any of those four numbers on whatever corner you put them on. And that reminds me a lot of how butterflies work. Whoops, before we get in the trade, let's look at my little screensaver here. So again, I put this trade on when Bitcoin was kind of trending around 93, 94, before it was 95. So IBIT was 53, 54. All these prices correspond. Over here is IBIT on the left, Bitcoin on the right. And I knew there was going to be some reverse gravity pulling things up to 100. And I also knew that we had kind of the all-time high as resistance up here at 110. And so I put my wings of the butterfly there. I bought a call at 57. And I also bought a call at 63. Now, the workhorse of this butterfly trade is that first call. That's where you stand to make the money by buying that closer to the money call. It was still out of the money here, but it was closer to the money here. And I'm going to finance paying for a lot of that call by selling double the amounts of calls at 60. Now that means that's where my profit starts to become less profitable because I bought a call here. I sold a call here. I knew there would be some resistance here because we had stalled before, like this acted as support. This also acted as resistance. But I'm really hoping to profit by the roulette ball falling in these four numbers prior to expiration. I make the most if it hits right at that 60. I don't make much. In fact, if it falls right at 57, I don't make anything at all because I had to come out of pocket. I'll show you the risk reward in just a little bit. But if it falls in here, anywhere in here, I'm going to make some cash. And I'll even make some cash if it extends past my call strike because I sold two of these, but remember, I would have made the max profit from here to here with one of them. And so I don't start to lose money again until we hit almost here. And I buy this call strictly for a hedge. And so it's called a butterfly. People wonder because the thicker body is comprised of the two calls that I'm short, the two calls that I sold here, and they're hedged by this call I bought here. And this little call that I bought for just pennies way out here acted as like a hedge to make sure that I cap the amount I can lose. So that's really it. I look to make money anywhere between, call it here and here. And the closer I am to here, the more I make. So let's take a look. This is the actual trade. You can see I put it on May 1st. I think that was last Thursday. This is Thursday, May 8th. And tomorrow is expiration Friday, May 9th. Now it shows here my break even is $57.32. That's because I paid $32. I paid $32 net. I did four of these, but for each one I paid $32. Now the maximum I can make is those three strikes. If you think back to that 57 to 60, I can make that distance, that $300 distance, less this 32 cents. So that's why you can see down here, my other break-even price is 62.68. That's because if it extends past this 60, I paid 32 cents, so I can make $2.68 here. But that 32 I paid, I start to become negative again the closer it gets to 63. And if it's past that, the most I can lose, since it's a trade for a debit, is what I pay for the net options. So similarly, I'm only going to break even if it gets to 57.32 because I paid 32 cents. So the closer I get to the body, the more profit I make. And again, I can profit between there and there. So we just jump back to the trade. We have 1 day to go and we can see what's happening here. Bitcoin closed, or IBIT closed at, you can see it says 58.44. It didn't close at that. Let's look at TradingView. It closed at 57.62. Whoops, right here. It closed at 57.62. and Bitcoin kept ripping. We went all the way up to like 103,500. But you can see I'm well into my profit zone because my first strike was 57. I paid 32. So this 57.62, if this was expiration, I would have only made about 30 cents or 30 bucks on the trade. So almost doubled the money. But now we're up to, as you can see right here, move. This 58.45 after hours. We're up higher than that. We're up to like almost 59. I was close to making my max profit, and it's all going to depend on what happens tomorrow. Again, going back to here, I want to be close to this 105 strike, right? This $60 where I make the absolute most. Going back to the roulette analogy, what happened to my ChatGPT. It's a cool way if you know that there's a range or gravity where a stock or IBIT, Bitcoin is leaning towards, you could start to kind of smatter or layer on these butterflies around the range where you think it's likely to drift, where there's gravity. And so that's what I went ahead and did for this May 9th. I've since put on some others. This is not financial advice, but again, I think there's going to be a little bit of gravity here at this 109, 110 area because that was all-time high resistance. And so I went ahead for the expiration week of May 16th to do the same. Anyway, I hope you found this interesting, learning about butterflies. Normally people just buy calls outright and time decay is working against them. Obviously, when Bitcoin's price is trending and trending upwards so bullishly, then it doesn't matter. Theta doesn't work against you, but it is a nice strategy to play to take advantage of time decay by being able to sell options, especially at places where you think the stock is going to stall out anyway. Hope this helps. We'll talk to you next time.